Students, in the last video, we had a discussion on what are energy signals and power signals, and we also discussed how to determine energy and power of any continuous time signals, and also we have seen how to check whether the given continuous time signal is energy signal, power signal, or neither energy signal nor power signal. Similarly, in the today's lecture, we'll discuss the few more examples to check whether the given discrete time signals are energy signals or power signals. So here we are going to check the discrete time signals, the power and energy content of the discrete time signals. So the first example is the signal x of n is given, it is equal to 1 for mod n is less than or equal to 1, otherwise x of n is equal to 0. Means the x of n is defined between minus 1 to 1 and it is equal to 1, and outside this interval, that is outside minus 1 to 1, the signal x of n is equal to 0. So let us find first what is the energy content of this signal x of n, and the formula is for a discrete time signal the energy is equal to summation n is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity the square of x of n. So here we have not used the limit n tends to infinity because we know the duration of the signal, which is defined between minus 1 to n. Whenever the duration of the signal is not defined, then you have to consider the formula to calculate the energy as E is equal to limit n tends to infinity summation n is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of n square. So here x of n is defined, that is equal to 1, and the limits of the summation are minus 1 to n. X of n square means it is 1 square, so summation n is equal to minus 1 to n 1. And there is one standard formula, that is whenever the limits of the summation varies from capital minus n to n of 1, which is equal to 2 times capital N plus 1, and compare this standard formula with energy E is equal to summation n is equal to minus 1 to n. In place of capital N we have minus n, and in place of plus n we have plus 1. So capital N value is 1 here, so 2n plus 1 means 2 into 1 plus 1, so 2 plus 1 is 3. So the value of the energy is 3, which is less than infinity. So the given energy content is finite. We can say that the signal x of n is energy signal. There is another method to find out its energy, that is E is equal to summation n is equal to minus 1 to 1 x of n square. So you see the sample values at each values of n. So x of n is equal to 1 from minus 1 to 1 including 0. So it can be simplified as x of minus n square, that is at n is equal to minus 1. X of n square at n is equal to 0 is x of 0 square. Similarly x of 1 square. So x of minus 1 value is 1, x of 0 value is 1, x of 1 is also 1, and the square of each value is also 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 3 joules. You can use any one method to get what is the energy value. The second example we have is the x of n is equal to a into delta of n. Again the duration of the signal is known here. So by the definition of delta of n, the delta of n is defined only at n is equal to 0, and at that particular instant the signal x of n value is a. So x of n is given by capital A at n is equal to 0. So the energy is given by the square of x of n only at n is equal to 0, that is x of 0 square, and x of 0 value is a, so this is a square, which is again less than infinity. So you can conclude the given signal x of n is energy signal. And the third example, the signal x of n is a square. So here this a square is not multiplied by delta n. So the duration of the signal is not known here. The duration of the signal is not defined. Then what is the formula you have to use? The formula is E is equal to limit n tends to infinity summation n is equal to minus n to capital N x of n square. So limit I will keep as it is, that is n tends to infinity, the summation n is equal to minus n to capital N, and the value of x of n is a square now. So if I take the a square, that is a constant outside the summation as well as limit, so a square into limit n tends to infinity. Now after taking a square outside, you will get summation n is equal to minus n to capital N into 1. So we have another standard formula, you can see here, summation n is equal to minus n to capital N, small n minus n to plus n 1, its value is equal to 2n plus 1. So later I will explain how this formula gives 2n plus 1 value. By using that, summation n is equal to minus n to plus n of 1 gives 2n plus 1. So now apply the limit n is equal to infinity. So 2 into infinity plus 1 gives infinity, and the infinity into a square is also infinity. So E is equal to infinity, which is not a finite quantity. Hence x of n is not a energy. X of n is energy only when its energy is finite. So now when x of n is not energy signal, now we have to find what is its average power, and its average power is given by limit n tends to infinity. Again here limit is considered because the duration is not known. Limit n tends to infinity 1 divided by 2n plus 1 summation minus n to plus n x of n square. So limit n tends to infinity 1 divided by 2n plus 1 summation n is equal to minus n to plus n a square. A square I will take outside the summation, and again the using the standard formula minus n to n of 1 is equal to 2n plus 1, and this 2n plus 1 and 1 divided by 2n plus 1 is there. So 2n plus 1 2n plus 1 get cancelled, it is only a square. So it is independent of n. So you cannot apply n tends to infinity because we don't have n term here, a square is constant. So a square which is less than infinity, so we can say the signal is a power signal. Similarly, one more signal x of n is equal to n for n is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 5, and 10 minus n is greater than 5 less than equal to 10, and it is 0 outside the given interval. So how to define x of n for different values of n here? So x of n is equal to n when n is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 5. So you just substitute n values. So when n is equal to 0, x of n is equal to 0, n is equal to 1, x of n is equal to 1, because x of n is directly proportional to n here between 0 to 5. So you will give x of n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when n is between 0 to 5. When n is greater than 5 and less than or equal to 10 means n starts from 6 till 10. You just substitute n values from 6 to 10 in the expression 10 minus n. When you substitute n is equal to 6, 10 minus 6 is 4. Next substitute n is equal to 7, 10 minus 7 is 3. Like that, when you substitute n is equal to 10, 10 minus 10 you will get 0. And after that, outside the interval, that is n is less than 0 and greater than 10, the x of n is equal to 0. And use these values to calculate the energy. So energy is equal to n is equal to 0 to 5 x of n square plus n is equal to 6 to 10 x of n square, and after n is, that is n is greater than 10, x of n is equal to 0. So take the square of each value and calculate what is its energy. So we got energy is equal to 85, which is less than infinity. So we can say energy is, the given signal is energy signal. And the last example is in which the signal x of n is defined as cos pi n between -4 to 4, and otherwise signal x of n is equal to 0. So how to find the energy when x of n is given by cos pi n? So it is very simple, use the same formula, and here the duration is known. So the summation n is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of n square. Summation limits are -4 to 4. X of n square means it is cos square phi n. We know that cos of pi n is equal to -1 and cos square phi n is equal to -1 raised to 2n, because cos pi is equal to, it is not cos pi n, cos pi is equal to -1. So cos square pi n is equal to -1 raised to 2n, and -1 raised to 2 is equal to 1, and it is 1 raised to n. So you can write 1 raised to n, and here it is -4 raised to +4. So at n is equal to -4, 1 raised to -4 is 1. Next, 1 raised to -3 is, 1 raised to -3 is -1. So you just substitute all the values, you will get E is equal to 9, which is less than finite, and it is energy signal.